unto me and guide me. Thank you for everything. In the name of your Son, Jesus, we pray for peace. Amen. 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 Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn this over to our brother Will, and he's going to talk to you about this product. And then after they're done, if you got any questions, and they'll be glad to answer them. And then when they're done, we walk into phase 2. But for now, Will, the floor is yours. Go for it, you and Brian.
And I guess we're on YouTube as well right now, right? Live?
Yeah, you're live on YouTube right now, you guys. Yep.
I was just looking over some YouTubes today from you, Frank, and Brian's wife and I were on with you in November the 5th, 2020.
How about that?
My hair was a little longer back then.
But go right ahead.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, family, it's really great to be with you again this evening. Hey, Holly. She decided to come on and join us. Listen, family, tonight we have a couple of very well-respected industry leaders with us. Brian and Holly Highfield. They're out of Sarasota, Florida. And originally they lived in Ohio. They were part of the corporate world. Brian worked for a really big phone company you guys are well aware of. And then Holly worked for a really big bank that y'all were very well aware of. And they were pretty high up in the management teams there in their respective departments. And they came upon something that they thought just might hold some promise, and decided to pick it up and start running with it. And they're awfully happy they did, because each one of them within a year got sort of phased out of their corporations, lost their positions, over $200,000 in income in their household, poof, gone. And so they were really, really happy that they picked up that little product and started messing around with it, because it turned out to be a real lifesaver. And I'll tell you one way it really saved their life. They went on this trip to Hawaii, and Holly was pregnant. And she wasn't supposed to deliver until she got home to Ohio. But she started having these pains and stuff on the airplane on the way home. And when they made their stop in California to switch planes or whatever, it was just a stop. They might have had to stop because of her. I don't know. And they ended up spending a month or two over in California, and no hiccups in their income, no hiccups in anything. Thank God the company saved their financial situation. And with that being said, we want to introduce you to Protandim, and also the new collagen product that we have that has turned out to be really, really hot. And we have a new patent, I think, maybe, and some clinical studies on those two products together. So yeah, this is going to be real interesting. If you guys are into collagen or have been thinking about taking collagen, and this might be the call you want to be on, or the video you want to be on. We're used to doing conference calls, guys. Come on, give me a break. Anyway, first one we're going to talk about, Brian, is Protandim. And I want to know, what the heck is it, and why do I need it, and what's it good for?
Yeah, so it's something that if you breathe oxygen, you should be taking, because if you are alive and well, you are also aging. Aging is something we cannot escape. It happens to all of us, and it sneaks up on us sometimes, right? We look in the mirror and we wonder who that person is staring back at us with the gray hair and the wrinkles. And but we're really, Protandim's really about your healthy longevity. And you know, if I can talk a little bit just about people's health and their health span a little bit, because I was listening to a doctor give a talk once, and he said, I wish I could show people the last 10 years of their life, because it's not pretty. Statistically speaking, it is not pretty. And why is it not pretty? Well, usually the last 10 to 15 years are pretty miserable. That's usually when diseases crop up. In fact, 85 to 90% of all cancers and neurodegenerative diseases are diagnosed after age 74. And I talked to a 75-year-old recently who was diagnosed with cancer, and he's like, Brian, I don't know how this suddenly happened. And I said, it didn't suddenly happen. I said, this process started decades ago. It just now was at the point where it can get diagnosed. Same with heart disease, same with diabetes, all these different age-related diseases. They start when we're much younger. It's just the symptoms don't appear until we're much older. It's a progression. It's a slow process. And so I want you to picture two alternative lives, end of lives. One where you actually took some healthy measures, took care of yourself, and actually was proactive about your health, and one that you weren't. If you're not, you're going to fall into those statistics, and the last 10 to 15 years of your life is going to be pretty miserable. But if you take some measures now, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're in your 30s and 40s, or even if you're still in your 80s, you can still benefit from these products. And so it's really about being proactive about your health. Protandim is getting your body to do what it did when it was young. That's essentially, in a nutshell, the best way I can explain what it does. Because when you're young, think about it. You have a lot of energy. You bounce back from everything very quickly. Your mind is sharp as a tack. You can recover and you can restore everything very, very quickly. And that's because your body is producing all these good chemicals, all these good enzymes that keep you healthy. But as you get older, they start turning off like a faucet, just a little bit every year. And in a nutshell, what Protandim does is we're now turning that faucet back on. We're getting the body to do what it's already designed to do, what it knows how to do, and what it used to do when you were a kid.
That sounds pretty amazing. How does it do that?
So, so that was the general explanation. Science. Now I'm a science nerd, and I'm going to get a little sciencey here for people on how this actually works, because what it does is very, very unique, it's really rocked the world of functional medicine. It's rocked the world of pharmaceutical medicine, in fact, because they're trying to copy what Protandim does. So, what Protandim does is it's going to activate a cellular pathway. Now, it's not, even though it comes in pill form, it's not a supplement in the traditional sense. A supplement is something you're deficient in, so I'm going to take a supplement to replenish that. If I'm deficient in vitamin D, I'm going to take a vitamin D supplement into my body to replenish that. That's not what Protandim is. What Protandim is we're actually activating a built-in cellular pathway. And when you activate that pathway, in turn, we're turning on certain genes, several dozen genes, that have been slowly been turning off since you hit about age 20. Since you were 20, these genes are turning off. Each of them is turning off like a dimmer switch. And Protandim is waking them back up. We're turning those dimmer switches back up by activating these cellular pathways inside of the body. So that's the scientific explanation of what it does. And really at the core, what our claim is for our original Protandim product is it reduces something called oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Now, you may not have heard of oxidative stress before. I hadn't until I really learned about this product. But when I looked it up, and when I talked to every doctor I know, every doctor knows what oxidative stress is. They just don't know that there's a solution to it. Oxidative stress is the main cause of aging at the cellular level. It is the buildup of harmful chemicals inside of your cells that are wreaking havoc inside of your cells and stopping them from functioning properly. And it's a very subtle, it happens very slowly over time, but again, it increases as we get older. Oxidative stress is not only the main cause of cellular aging, but it's at the core of every disease that you can think of. Cancer cannot happen without oxidative stress. Heart disease cannot happen without oxidative stress. It is a core link to so many dysfunctions and diseases inside the human body. And before Protandim came along, we didn't really have any good tools. The best tools we had was something called antioxidants. I'm sure you've heard of antioxidants. Everybody's heard of them. Everybody knows they're good for you. But what they don't know is they're not powerful enough. It's like squirting a squirt gun on a house fire. It doesn't do a whole lot of good. Whereas Protandim now we're getting the body to fight the fire for us. It's like turning on the sprinkler system. It's like bringing in the fire trucks and putting the fire hoses on the fire. We can actually make a significant reduction in oxidative stress with this product. And it's the only product on the planet that's proven to do so.
I like the fire hose idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So so when it came out, it was developed by a scientist, a very world-renowned scientist who actually discovered some of these good chemicals in our body back in the 1960s. And he was trying to figure out, can I make a supplement to tell our body to turn them, or can I just introduce them into the body? And he quickly found out you can't do that. You can't take a supplement for these chemicals that your body used to make, all these different proteins, all these different enzymes your body used to make. You can't turn them into a supplement. You need the body to make their own, and Protandim is the key to that. So he developed over 40 years of research. He developed Protandim, and its active ingredients are all plant-based. And it's not the ingredients themselves that actually make it work. And a lot of people, when I tell them what's in it, they're like, oh, I already take green tea. Oh, I already take turmeric. That's not the issue. You can take that stuff and not do what Protandim does. What Protandim does is what the scientists has figured out is there is a specific recipe you need to blend these plant-based ingredients in order to activate that pathway. And if you alter it one way or the other, it doesn't work. And so that's why we have a patent on it. That's what makes it very special. And when you take it, you're reducing your oxidative stress. Good things start to happen. You're getting the body to do what it did when it was young. You're lowering your oxidative stress levels. And when that happens, you're also boosting your immune system. You have more energy. You sleep better. Those are the common things that are reported from people who take Protandim. That's the science, another scientific explanation there of how it works by reducing oxidative stress. And again, it's the only product and plant that does it. How do we know this? Well, it was so significant that we could reduce oxidative stress by that much that a couple things happened. All these nerdy researchers like myself decided they were going to spend their own money to study Protandim for different disease processes. You had a lot of people get in the game. You had the American Heart Association jump in. They said, if that is true, that's going to have a huge impact on our research on heart disease. And they funded two studies at major universities, one at Ohio State University and one at VCU for heart disease. And they published those studies in their journal called Circulation, that every single cardiologist in the world gets that. You had National Institute of Health and the National Institute of Aging jump in and fund studies. You had Harvard do a study. You had Texas Tech. You had LSU study cancer with this. There's 36 different universities that spent their own money to study this product. This wasn't the manufacturer funding these studies. These were independently funded. Let
me ask you a question now. How come all of a sudden these crowd found out about us and wanted to do studies? I mean, it seemed like they're sort of ganging up on us, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing because you just don't see that. You don't see universities spend their own money to study a name brand natural product. You don't see it. You see pharmaceutical companies fund their studies on their drugs, right, all the time, and they're self-funded. But now we have universities spending their money to study our name brand product. That's really what intrigued me as a scientist, because you just don't see that. But it's because of the significance of oxidative stress and how it's related to aging and age-related diseases. And that's why they decided to study it. And all those studies have been positive. They've been peer-reviewed. They've been published in different medical and scientific journals. And so when I have conversations with folks in the medical community, that gets their ears to perk up. They're like, wait a minute, this is a natural, they call it a supplement, even though it's not a supplement, it's an activator. But they're like, wait a minute, this has been peer-reviewed and published independently in these different journals. And that's why we have thousands of healthcare professionals, doctors, chiropractors, I mean, you name it, nurses, all getting involved with this company because they can put their name and reputation behind the products because of the research. It really sets us
I
apart.
think I heard about a doctor down in Florida that's got like 2,000, 2,500 patients on the product. If they won't take the product, he won't see them as a patient or something.
It helps whatever treatment they're getting from whatever healthcare professional. Protandim helps their treatment work better. That's how doctors explain it to me, and that's how they explain it to their patients. They're like, whatever care we're giving you, this product is going to help you get results faster. Because again, when you get the body to do what it's already designed to do and your cells to function normally, whatever treatment they're giving you is going to work better.
Well, fast. That brings up another question. You know, how quick can somebody see a result that, you know, this product is supposed to have an effect on?
Yeah, and it really depends on the person, because the tricky thing with Protandim is like, you don't feel yourself aging one day to the next. You know, if you're 1 week older, you can't remember how young you felt last week, right? So
that's for sure.
Aging is a slow progression, so you may not feel that process slow down. So for a lot of people, they're like, well, I tried it. I didn't really feel much. I'm like, doesn't matter. Because you are aging, you have oxidative stress, and this is scientifically proven to reduce that, and which is going to be good for you over the long term. Now, some people, I find that if you're older, usually in your 70s or 80s, because your oxidative stress levels are so high and we bring those down, you feel it. Also, people that are hard laborers, construction workers, people that just work with their hands a lot.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, ranch workers, I mean, they feel it very quickly because they are beating up their body every single day. And so usually they feel it right away. Now, we tell people, you want to take it 1 month for every decade you've been alive. That's going to allow it to get up to full strength and start working inside the body. It's going to start working day one. You just may not feel it until several months down the road. Now, what another characteristic is, somebody will take it for 3 or 4 months. They think that it's not doing anything. They'll go off of it. And then before you know it, they're calling back and they're like, man, I need it back because I didn't realize how bad I used to feel. And it was just a slow progression. They just didn't notice it until later.
Have you got a bottle at the house? I really need some. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. We get that all the time. They you know, it's I don't like to be a pill delivery person, but I get those calls all the time from people who's like, I need it bad. I need it now.
There's little Austin, y'all. This is Austin.
Yeah, that's our little 6-year-old there. So with him, it's why we're doing this business.
That's cool. He's just like all of mine. They all want to get on camera. Hey, listen.
So I want to mention one other thing because ABC News heard about this. Yeah, they heard about this and they said, wait a minute, this just sounds too good to be true. And they actually came in to debunk it. They didn't think it actually worked as advertised. And so they popped in and did their own experiment. And spoiler alert, in case you haven't watched the ABC News piece, but they proved that it works. In fact, you'll recognize the reporter, John Quinones from ABC News. This report was done many years ago. He still takes the product to this day. And he said everyone that was involved in the production of that news piece still takes the product to this day. They were so impressed with the results that they had and the science behind it that they still take it. But reach out to William, reach out to Frank. If you haven't seen that, they can send you the link to that ABC News piece because I think it does a good job of kind of explaining what it does and how it works and all the applications out there because it doesn't matter regardless of your condition, whether you're suffering from something or not, Protandim works. We haven't found a human being that it does not work in. It's going to reduce your oxidative stress, whether you feel it or not working. That may or may not happen, but it does work and it is an investment into your longevity. So again, we want to avoid those miserable last 10, 15 years of our life. We want to increase our health span, which is those healthy years, because let's face it, we do not want to suffer from the effects of high oxidative stress. I mean, if you're feeling tired, sleepless, you have aches, maybe you have some forgetfulness. It takes a long time to recover. You're moving a little bit slower. You're starting to see those signs of aging in your face and feeling those knees creak. I mean, those are all things that we experience And it doesn't get better, guys. It just gets worse. And so if we can invest in our own health, we tend to avoid some of those later miserable experiences late in life.
And one thing that you got to understand is when he's talking about the last 10 to 15, he doesn't mean 70s, 80s, 90s. He said last 10 to 15. That might show up when you're 40. Who knows? We don't know when we're going home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to share a quick story, William, because I told my dad about this when he was 80, and he had heart disease. He was diabetic, and was seeing all these different specialists. He was taking all these different medications, and he thought this was snake oil. When I told him about it, he's like, "This is snake oil. I don't believe in anything natural." And he says, "I'm going to prove to you it does nothing." And he said, "I'm going to take it for a year just to show you that it'll do nothing for me." And he didn't even, he took it for
several months. Did he make you buy it for him?
What's that?
Did he make you buy it for him?
No, he bought it himself.
Oh, cool.
And I checked with my mom. She said he was taking it every day. So he did take it. And it wasn't even a year. And he called me up and he said, "Brian, can I sell this stuff?" And I said, "What do you mean? I thought you said it was snake oil." And he said, "Oh, no, I'm telling everybody about it." And I said, "Well, wait a minute, back up. What happened?" He said, "Well, first of all, people were walking up to him and asking him what he was taking because they noticed changes in himself. They noticed he was more active, he had more energy, and he wasn't the grumpy old man they thought he was because he was always in a good mood." And so that was the first thing. Then all his specialists and his doctors started showing him better test results. In his blood work and the tests they were doing, they just kept getting better and better and better while he was taking the product. And so we just, he was 80 years old when he started. We just celebrated his 90th birthday. And he will tell you today, he's like, "I am alive today because of Brian's pills." He doesn't even know the name of the product. He calls them Brian's pills. He's like, "I'm alive today because of Brian's pills." So he and my mom, who just turned 85, they still live together. They both are on the product, and they absolutely won't go a day without taking it.
You could put a new label on it. Brian's pills.
Brian's pills. There we go. Trademark it.
Hey, listen, y'all. If you want to take a look at this product, do me a favor. Don't go to Amazon. You're not going to find it for less price than what we're selling. What Frank's got it for. As a matter of fact, I think it's a little more over there than it is through Frank. If you can't get a hold of Frank or Tink or whatever, just give me a ring. Jan will run my number through there. You just tell me you're with Frank, and we'll get you taken care of. Amazon, they've had some trouble in the past also about fake product. Now it's not just with us. I mean, there's a lot of fake knockoffs out there in the market. If it's popular, people are going to knock it off and try to sell it through Amazon, eBay, Pinterest, whatever. And you just want to get it from the reputable people who have got the real deal, because you don't want to wind up in the emergency room from taking something that you're not quite certain of you bought from a third party. So, yeah, let's not do that. Now, Brian, I'm going to skip over you and go to the good looking side of the family over here for a second and introduce Holly to – no, Frank. I saw you.
I feel like the Brady Bunch here, man. Hi. How you doing, Holly, down there? Okay.
Looking good up there, Frank.
But there is another product.
By the way, when y'all done, give me like 2 minutes. I want to tell you what Protandim did to me. You have to understand, I went through a 3.5 year journey with that big letter C.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, you too.
Yeah, you too. Lord of mercy, if I hadn't been taking it for quite a long time before we discovered this, mine might have been like yours, in stage 4 instead of stage 2.
Yeah.
So,
God was with us, and so was this product.
Absolutely, still with us. Listen, Holly, there's another product that we're just adding to our repertoire here. It's been on the market for about 1.5 years or so now. But the importance of it and the mixture with the Protandim has turned out to be something quite special. It's our new collagen product.
Yeah,
I got a bottle around here somewhere. Have you got a bottle with you?
Yes, I get it. I never not have a bottle.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, honestly, it's not just because of this call. I have a box on my desk. I've got it everywhere.
Educate us on the collagen with the Protandim mix. Frank, go ahead.
When you talk about it there, Holly, I'll be the Vanna White. I'll be holding it up, okay? I'll be doing
See, Frank's got it too, man. This is, I'm telling you, this is liquid gold.
It is.
This is liquid gold. You know, if you are an individual who has heard of collagen, maybe you've tried collagen, or you're taking collagen, Frank's shown it up there for you guys. This is the world's first liquid collagen activator. Yes, Frank, thank you for remind. It really tastes delicious. All right. So there's a lot of this liquid collagen. Yes, there are other collagen products out there on the market, you guys. Oh, he's even smelling it. It does. It smells very sweet. It's got like a berry type flavor. Yeah. Oh, he's behind his ears. He's going to wear it as a perfume. I love it.
It tastes extremely good.
It is delicious. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll be honest. I didn't really know what to expect when they came out with this. And I was like, I have to drink this? Like, I got a little leery about it. But then once I tasted it, I'm like, well, how many of these am I allowed to drink in a day and it still be okay? So again, collagen, when you think of collagen, you may think of it simply as a beauty product. A lot of individuals take collagen as a way to look more youthful, right? If you get a quality collagen product that is effective, yes, you're going to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. You're going to have a more youthful, glowing appearance. You may even see some discoloration or get more evenness in the color of your skin, things to that nature. There's so many incredible things that can happen from an appearance perspective visually when you take a good collagen product. And Lifevantage, again, Brian talked about that activation. And that's what makes this so unique and special. It really is superior than the other products that are out there in the market. I'm going to give you the 3 reasons why. Okay, here's the 3 reasons. The first one is that we help you maintain the collagen that your body already has. You may not realize it, but as soon as you hit your late 20s, at the latest early 30s, your body's collagen is already starting to deplete. Okay, your body's, so think of collagen, literally everything that bends in your body, there's collagen associated with that. Anything that bends, moves, your eyeball, 70% collagen. Okay, people don't realize, yeah, that's right, collagen, I'm telling you, your nose, your ears. I mean, there are so many parts of our body. You have 27 different types of collagen in your body. Okay, it's kind of important. All right. And 90% of your collagen is made up of type 1 collagen, which again is responsible for all the things that move in your body. It's extremely important. But think about it. As we age, we have a tendency where things stiffen up. They get sore. Inflammation takes over. All right. We just wear things down, especially if you're a person who works out a lot. I work out a lot. You're actually wearing down and tearing down those joints even more in your effort to stay healthy. It's kind of ironic how that works, right? But what our product does is it helps your body maintain the collagen that you already have. Okay. And it does this through a unique blend of citrus extracts. Again, we're talking about proprietary blends of products here. We're usually natural based ingredients, and those extracts also is what helps it taste so delicious. But we help you maintain what you already have, because we don't want what your body's already has to break down any faster than it already is. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to help replenish the collagen that your body's losing. And we're going to do that by a hydrolyzed fish peptide. Now, I won't go into the details about all that. Brian can certainly chime in if he wants to, but I'm telling you, it is a high quality grade peptide that is bioavailable, and it's going to help give your body back what it is that it's losing. Okay, that's the second part. And the third and final part, And this is what makes it so unique. It's that secret sauce. We are going to help your body to activate its own ability to generate new collagen. I'm going to repeat that because that's really, really
That's
important.
amazing.
It really is, William. And I know that you know this already, but it is unheard of to have a collagen product get your body to produce new collagen. There are lots of collagen products out there on the body. Again, they're on the market. Their goal is to help supplement what your body is losing. Okay. And yes, we're doing that to a degree. But again, we're taking a 3-pronged approach. It's that, as Brian said, it's that trifecta. All right. For Life Lover, I like the name, by the way. I love the lion on the little logo there for Life Lover. Is there also available in Canada? As of November 4th, Canada gets liquid collagen. So that great question. I'm glad that you actually asked that. So Canada, this will be available to you in just about a week and a half. And the third and final one, like I said, is that it's that activation, and we do it through a red ruby quinoa. Red ruby quinoa. Again, we're talking about unique plant-based ingredients, extracts, things that are proprietary blended, combined. And the reason why this has been flying off the shelves, when we first went live with this, do you know that this exceeded the company's expectations and sales to where we were actually short of product? Yeah. We actually ran out of product, and the company was on back order because people weren't just looking better. They were feeling better because this was impacting so many other facets of their overall health. We're talking your liver function, your cardiovascular system, your digestion. Your collagen has an intricate role in so many facets of your body. It's all connected, right? It's incredible. So yes, there were some clinical studies that were done on this collagen product. We actually even have some pictures. And again, get back with William and Frank. They can share with you all the nitty gritties. If you're that person that likes to dive down into the products. I know someone just asked about the testing on the product. Yes. What I love about
we got so much,
right? We got to come out with the testing. We got to prove that it works. We're not just going to throw a product out there and see if it works. That's not how we operate. Yeah, Frank's like, yep, the paper's there, the information's there, the picture shows the actual collagen density of someone improving week after week after week. It's there, and the best part is that we took it a step further. People were seeing results that they were not expecting from collagen besides just looking better, that the company then took Nerf2, the Protandim Nerf2 that you guys were just talking so much about, and they did a separate study specifically on NRF2 and collagen to see what the impacts were with that. And it was mind-blowing. It was upregulating and amplifying genes in a way that they didn't even think was possible. It had a stronger effect than what they thought was going to happen. Let's just put it this way. We underestimated the power of what this product was going to do for people who have gone into surgeries, how they're healing, the reducing of the inflammation, just their overall body is feeling better. They're having less aches and pains. Again, we're not here claiming anything. We're not going to do that. We can't do that.
Not on YouTube.
We want to be responsible. but the bottom line is when you give, Frank's laughing because I got to put the disclaimer in there, but we have stories upon stories. I know you guys like stories. When you give the body what it needs to do what it's designed to do, powerful things can happen. Powerful things can happen. Is Protandim vegan? Protandim technically is not vegan, right, Brian? If I remember.
Yeah, there's actually no such thing as a vegan collagen. Collagen has to come from an animal source. Ours comes from marine peptides. Yeah. So there's no such thing as a vegan collagen. So that's an interesting fact that people should know.
Yeah. Oh, the question was, is Protandim vegan?
That's what I'm saying.
Protandim, I'm sorry.
Protandim, no, that's where I was going, Brian.
Yeah, it's vegetarian friendly, but not vegan.
Is it kosher?
It is not certified
It's
kosher,
certified
but there's nothing preventing it from being kosher.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we do follow FDA guidelines from a quality control perspective as it relates to these products. These are products that are made in the US of A.
Yep.
And so all the manufacturing go through quality controls as it relates to the making of these products and the producing of these products. They get shipped, obviously, within here in the United States as well. For those of you if that of course is important, as I think that it is extremely important. And if you are an athlete, I saw some comments in here. If you are an athlete or someone who maybe competes professionally as an athlete, these products are approved by the Banned Substance Control Organization. So just understand that you can use these products to help improve your performance, allow your body to recover faster.
And a lot of athletes already do in the pro.
They do. They do. Yeah, that they do. So,
hey guys,
yeah.
Bacchus is asking the question, what is the average time to feel the effectiveness of liquid collagen? And Bacchus, it actually depends on the severity of your situation, your injury, whatever it may be. I broke my neck in 1997. And for 18 years, I lived in excruciating discomfort. If I turned that way, I would scream. My whole right arm would just numb. My thumb and my fingers were always, just numb. There was no circulation. There was no electrical impulse. One day, Will came to me and he says, try this. I said, well, for your neck. I said, stop it, man. Nothing. I tried physical therapists, chiropractors. I tried witch doctors. Nothing helps, man. Leave me alone. So he says, just try it. So he sent it to me and I said, oh, Will, I told you not to. Nothing will help me. I've been this way for almost 2 decades.
He drank it.
Yeah, for 2 decades. Doctor wanted to take a bone out of my hip from my iliac and fuse it in between 3 and 4 and put a halo on me and some screws. And no, I said, forget it. But then I took it because I felt that Will was trying to do something good for me. I thought, oh, what the heck? And after about a month, Bacchus, I didn't notice anything. It was around the 3rd month that all of a sudden I started to notice that I could feel better with these 2 fingers. It was around the 5th to the 6th month that I thought, wait a minute, something's going on, because I was testing my own flexibility. I bench pressed 300 pounds, Jen? Yeah, 300 pounds 10 times. And I realized, wait a minute, let's try 325, because the flexibility in my body was coming back. It was really interesting. I love the product. So Bacchus, to answer your question, from me, it depends on the severity. It took me around the 7th month. I was driving on the highway. I had to get on, and I dreaded that I had to look. I had to look to see if there's any oncoming traffic, right? And I thought, okay, hold on. You're going to scream. It's going to hurt. Here we go. Take a quick look. And I'm like, what? Whoa, what happened? I should scream like a banshee. But the padding was put back in between C3 and C4.
That's
And
right.
my fingers started to recover, and the darkness that I had on my skin went away because I had better electrical impulses going through because of the padding that had removed all of the inflammation, the swelling, the edema. Yeah, I like this product, but that's just collagen. Real quickly, allow me, please. Can I just tell you about Protandim?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, Holly and Brian, oh my goodness, man, I remember you guys. I met you all at a restaurant, didn't I?
We had lunch together in Cleveland.
Yes. I will never forget the first time I met you, Frank, because you had on the most amazing blue suits.
I did. Yeah, I remember.
I remember. I'm a visual person, and I remember that. And there was just something about your suit and the way that you carried yourself and that smile. You just lit up the room. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet this guy. And
aren't you kind?
And you're still such a sharp dresser.
Well, kind words from a kind heart. Thank you very much.
His wife dresses him.
Yeah, that's right. Don't you think? Did you hear that? What are you, Tink?
The stylist.
She's a stylist.
There you go.
Yeah,
I wanted to go with a white flower.
She gets credit.
I wanted to go with a white flower. She said, no. Okay. But anyway, what happened to me was that obviously, something went wrong in my body. And I just think that my life was stressed out to the point where it snapped. Brian with family was telling you about the oxidative stress. It's so ironic. As human beings, we're carbon units. We got no choice but to eat carbon. That's what we eat. We get carbon from plants, we get it from meat, but we're carbon units that need carbon in order to survive. The other thing that we need is oxygen. Now, carbon is C, the letter C, okay? And oxygen is O with the number 2 because it's 2 oxygens. And what do you get out of that? CO2. Well, that's a corrosive, very acidic substance in your body that produces oxidative stress. And oxidative stress does not improve the homeostasis of a cell. What it does is it starts to deteriorate it and make it old and age and die. When I read that Protandim had some research institutions that said that you could add, what was it, Will, 4 years? You can add 4 years to your lifespan? Oh, he's muted out. Is it for what?
It's 5. Yeah, it's
5 years. Well,
Yeah,
no wonder
60 months. 60 months.
No wonder I'm still here because the doctors told me you got 2 to 4 months to live. I said, what? I said, you ugly too. What's another opinion? What do you mean?
Yeah, right.
2 to 4? Well, what are you talking about? He says, you got a tumor the size of a mandarin orange in your bladder, Mr. Villa. Yeah, you're going to die. What?
Not.
Well, all I know, and I'm not here to tell you that Protandim, healed me, but I'm here to tell you that I took Protandim long before I got cancer.
Yep.
They gave me 4 years. I'm in my 4th year now.
Yeah.
I thank the Lord, and I also thank Holly, and I thank Brian, and I thank Will, because they were persistent enough to bring it to me. Right now, there's only 240 something people on. That's a disgrace. By the time I get to talking, there'll be over 2,000 people. For those of you that are listening, you're getting some valuable information. Protandim will not only will add 4 years to your extended life, or 5, I'm sorry, but it'll save your life, in my opinion. Look, you eat carbon, you breathe oxygen, CO2, that causes oxidative stress. We're carbon units. We have no choice but to do that. When we breathe in air, we exhale the carbon that we ate and the oxygen that's extra, boom, CO2.
Most of the carbon. Some of it sticks with us.
Some of us sticks with it. Yeah, indeed. I have a background in biology. I'm a respiratory therapist. I have my son is about to become a doctor in physical therapy, and his wife is also a physical therapist. Our daughter's in sports medicine. We're all medically oriented. Trust me when we tell you, you need to study this program. You need to study this product and consider it to make it a part of your life. Not to take it, for a few months, but make it a part of your life.
Amen.
Thank you for allowing me to talk, you guys.
What is the next favorite product that Lifevantage has that you love?
What is it? Well, Jan is asking me about what. Oh, there it is. Look what she did. And Will's doing it too. I'm telling you guys, Will and we went through some chemotherapy. Hey, kemosabi no like chemotherapy, man. That sucks. That's horrible. I was 232 pounds and I went down to 162 pounds. Whoa, I've gained some weight back. I feel better, but Jiminy Crickets. I think all that weight was all the hair I lost.
In your hair.
There was a whole bunch of it. And one day I was combing my hair out and I'm like, you're kidding me. I can make a wig out of this. But then I found out about Protandim that they had a shampoo. Okay. And I ordered it. Okay. And I used it. Okay. Well, so I think, let me try that conditioner as well. Okay. And then I got to the third one. Let me try that serum. It turned out to be the magic elixir. In fact, I carry it with me everywhere I go. No, for real. This stuff. When you buy this, folks, and you use it, and the shampoo and the conditioner, you're going to smell. You're going to go. What you're smelling is what is activating your pores and your root cells, and it's waking everything up. It's good stuff. anyways,
It's the secret
thank
sauce,
you for,
that's for sure.
I mean, the same active ingredients that are in the Protandim pill are also in these products that you're showing on the screen as well.
Well, no wonder. I had
Yep.
an uncle of mine and asked me, he says, I thought you were a Christian. I said, I am a Christian. Well, why you ask me that? He said, you look like a monk now. You got this bald spot up here. I said, stop it. But now I can go up to him and say, hey, I'm changing my religion again, huh? Anyways, thank you guys for introducing this product to me. Family, y'all got any questions? Think of some questions, okay? In the meantime, finish up, y'all. Finish up.
Okay, if you've got questions about how long is it going to be, what about this disease, what about that disease, call me on the phone. We'll talk about it, but we're not going to talk about it on this open YouTube.
Some questions about
but I'll be happy to discuss it with you.
It's my fault, by the way. It's almost 700 people. Sorry.
I
saw the wrong number.
That's a slight variation there. So, look, someone went ahead and did ask the question, so I'll at least address it. Look, it's a natural-based product, but as with anything, we know that everybody's body is different to a degree in how they actually handle things. Now, if you are someone who is currently having some health challenges and you start taking Protandim, just know that, and it doesn't happen with everybody, but there's a possibility that maybe you experience a little bit of a detox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're going through something pretty severe, we generally recommend that you start out with, say, half a pill a day for at least the first 2 weeks before you work yourself up to one full pill a day. Because again, it's 5 plant ingredients, you guys. This isn't a drug. It's not going to counter interact with any other medications that you're currently taking. I think that's important for people to understand, because we get that question a lot, because we want to think of it as a drug because of the impact that it has, but it's not. It's 5 plant ingredients. It's not the ingredients. It's literally like eating a salad. You wouldn't ask your doctor, hey, do I need your permission to eat a salad? No, it's 5 plant ingredients. It's what that unique combination does. It's the pathways that it activates inside of every single cell of your body to improve its health. When you have healthier cells, you're going to feel healthier overall. Okay. So just go ahead and take that into consideration. If there is a little bit of a detox period, we always encourage people, make sure you're drinking lots of extra water, take the product with food. And there are some folks that they push through it. Sometimes, I know for Brian, when he first started taking it, he felt a little tired and was dragging a little bit. But if you push through it, I promise you, you're going to feel better for it on the other. I didn't experience any detox period. But again, everybody's body's different. So,
and guys, we hadn't even discussed the effect of Protandim on children with ADHD and things like that. We haven't discussed Protandim and its effect on animals, horses, dogs, cats, goats, chickens. No, not chickens. Anyway, all of these things work into the equation as well, because if you're a mammal on planet Earth, you're suffering from oxidative stress. No matter your age, no matter what you are, outside, inside, it's oxidative stress.
I got questions.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Brian, were you going to say something, sir?
No, I was just trying to answer some of the questions that are coming up in the chat.
And here, let me start with Scott. He's kind of new with us, I think, isn't he, Scott? He always asks astute questions. He's a good person. Scott says, are there effects that are noticeable, such as maybe energy drop off late in the day? Are there gas related problems that make you a little discomfortable by taking Protandim?
Yeah, it's really well tolerated by most people. And Holly kind of addressed a very small percentage experience that detox. Our cells, by design, are designed to take out the trash every day. And Protandim's helping them do that. So if you have a lot of garbage built up because of the oxidative stress and you got a lot of things lingering in the cells that shouldn't be there, all of a sudden you're taking Protandim and your cell's like, hey, let's take out the trash. Let's do a spring cleaning. And you may feel a little icky. That's a medical term. You may feel a little icky at first because your cells are doing that. But once that stuff is outside your body, that's why we say drink a lot of water to help your body excrete that out. then your cells are going to be functioning a little bit normally. They're going to be firing on all cylinders. And so you got to get past that if you're one of the few people that experience that detox. But for most people,
yeah, sorry. And usually it's about 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I know people want to know a time for, again, everybody's body's different, but on average, we've been doing this for 11 years, more than a decade. So
you've seen it all.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it all. We've heard all the testimonies, even some things that I'm just like, people call me and tell me, what it's doing for them. I'm like, no, it's not. They're like, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you. And Frank, I'm just laughing because he knows it's true. I mean, again, obviously we give a lot to the man above. He owes a lot of, he deserves a lot of the credit. But I think sometimes we just have to be willing to make the right choices in order to better position ourselves from a health perspective. And so just 2 weeks on average. Again, we don't want to scare people. Not everyone's going to feel a detox. But again, the older you are, and if you're ailing from something, it's going to take your body a little bit longer to get back in balance. Again, whatever you are suffering from, potentially, it didn't get there overnight. Like Brian said, these are things that have been building up in our bodies for decades. And you're just now starting to experience them because they're just now, it's come to pass. So,
Holly, I felt the effect the first day.
Did you?
First day, yeah. I was suffering from what do you call it when you're tired all the time?
Lethargy.
Exhaustion.
What'd you say?
Exhaustion.
Lyme
I was
disease.
suffering from exhaustion. It's chronic fatigue.
Fatigue, yeah.
Oh, chronic fatigue.
And the first day I took it, man, I was running around like that Energizer bunny going, wow, I don't even feel like I got to take a nap today. So, yeah.
Got another question. Well, actually, Brian McCardle, you're asking about contacting Brian. My wife just put the information up there. You can see Will's phone number, or you can call me as well. My phone number is up there as well. And we don't want to bother Brian, but if you want to talk with Brian, that's something that you would have to ask Will. And then maybe he can arrange that for you.
Yeah, and I'm happy to answer anything. So Will knows how to contact me. So call him, and then he can get me on the phone.
All right.
And if you guys, I'm sure everybody, there's 600-700 people sitting here. They're all like, tell us some stories. Tell us some stories. Call me on the phone. I'll tell you some stories. Come on. Can't talk about them on this thing, man.
Hold on. Crazy. Hey, look at this. I'm listening all the way from South Africa.
Woohoo!
This is a product. It's just in the United States, though, right now. Is that correct?
No.
It's
30-some countries, aren't we?
So
collagen is not in every country that Protandim is necessarily in.
Gotcha.
We are again launching in Canada. It is available in Australia. So if you have a specific question regarding your area, just ask Will and he'll be able to let you know if the collagen product is available in your area. But yes, Frank, I apologize. The Protandim itself is available pretty much in every country that Lifevantage is currently in, which is more than 30 different countries. And so
and we have a global shipping program. We can get it to any country in the world through our global shipping program for the products that are available. Liquid collagen is relatively new, so we're still getting all the registration and regulatory requirements to get it in all those different countries.
Yep.
Red tape. Got to go through that red tape to get it into these countries.
Yeah.
So someone asked about headaches.
Okay.
If you are a person who suffers from headaches, we actually have some great testimonies from individuals who actually have suffered from headaches, migraines. So, and they've seen some really, really positive results. Interestingly enough, one of those people was actually a coach in our volleyball club. Brian remembers this, and she didn't think the product was doing anything for her. And then she got off of it and her headaches started coming back. She got so used to having headaches all the time that when she started feeling better, she wasn't as in tune with her body and didn't even realize that it was helping her. And then when she said it wasn't doing anything, she got off of it. And then she was like, I think it was really helping. My headaches are coming back again. And so it's a great question. Again, we can't say it's going to target something specific that you're hoping that it will, but we have heard incredible results as it relates to headaches. Can you take it while you are pregnant? Yes.
I've seen a lot of women that do.
Absolutely. So if you do research on oxidative stress, You will be amazed at how much oxidative stress a woman's body experiences. And it actually has to do with the umbilical cord that is attached to your child or unborn child is associated. There's a lot of oxidative stress in there. So I took Protandim during my entire pregnancy. And I will tell you, and I don't brag about it much because some moms don't like it. However, for me personally, I had an incredible pregnancy. I continued to work out the entire time. I didn't have morning sickness. I didn't have headaches. My pregnancy personally did not slow me down in any way, shape, or form. And I was activated the entire time. So it's a very good question. It's a fair question. Again, it's 5 plant ingredients. So unless you have a severe allergy specific to a particular ingredient that's in the product, then there's no reason for you not to feel comfortable taking. I took all of our products except the fat burn. That was the only product that I took because I was actually told by a doctor, said, don't take our fat burn product because that's going to inhibit your ability to produce, to help produce and feed your child from a breast milk perspective, if that's the way that you choose to go. And so I did not do the fat burn, but I took all of our Protandim products. I drank our decaf Axio, which helped maintain my energy, which a lot of women lose their energy when they're pregnant. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys. We're reaching an hour here. By the way, Holly and Brian, thank you for your card. We receive a card from you once a month, and I cherish it. I give my wife all the bills, and I keep the card, and I open it, and I look at all the names and all the pretty stuff in there, and I say, "Oh, we're still diamond. Okay, I'm happy. All righty." But also, my wife has been asking questions here left and right, but there are many, many, many more. Like, does it have fish byproducts? There's a lot of good questions. So, family, you have the phone numbers there. You can get a hold. One more time, Tink, if you'll put those back up. You can call Will. You can call me. Just make sure that if you mention, you call Will, mention that you're with us. And I thank the both of you. Any final words that you wish to express with us?
I was just going to show, I don't know if people can see this, just some of the before and afters from the liquid collagen.
Oh.
These are all people we know. So these aren't strangers. These are either our customers or some of our consultants with the company. Lower bottom there, that is someone's backside. So it just doesn't only work on your face. It works on all body parts, guys. So anything that's wrinkly or saggy, it's going to help.
Is that a butt?
Hey, I got all those pictures on text. I'll send them to you guys.
Yeah, that was someone's tushy.
Okay, it's all right. I don't want them.
I just want to say thank you very much, Frank. It really means a lot for you to be willing to share us with your audience and your friends. We appreciate that. We appreciate you. I'm just so glad to see your face. I know it's been a while, and I'm glad that you're obviously. We're blessed to still have you with us. So
yes, well, you know how people say it's good to see you. Now I can say, with no problem, it's good to be seen.
Yeah.
Thank God. Well, God bless you and yours and your beautiful family, and thank you for all that you do to support our teams. And listen here, y'all come back now. You hear anytime.
Yeah, anytime,
the floor
guys.
is yours. The floor is yours anytime.
Be happy to. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Will. Wow. Okay. That was fantastic. And I'm very, very grateful to them and very proud of them. They did a wonderful job. Well, Tink, here we are. We got our family with us, and we're now going to kick. It's all fuzzy looking, but it is what it is. For some reason, this image makes me fuzzy when we use this. I don't even know what this platform is. What's it called? StreamYard? StreamYard. Okay. Well, yeah, it makes it difficult because I can't see everything that's around me, but you take care of it, Tink. And here we go. We now start the second part of our YouTube tonight, which is the study of the Iraqi dinar. And the very first thing we're going to do is, well, you know me, I like things in threes. If you were with us on Monday, you walked away surprised, a little stunned. I called it the end of the beginning of the 2 weeks. I know it's a little complicated to put it that way, but if you think about it, it made sense. Then yesterday, oh my goodness, I had no choice. I had no choice but to do a short UB2B. I think it was like 25 minutes. And you heard what I said. Yeah. So I want to read the articles to you. There's just a few of them. There's not a lot. Will you please join me? I know you're a member of KTFalways.com. And I need for you to go in there right now because we're going to look at the articles. And we're going to start with final article number 3,447. Now, these articles are extremely important because let me ask you, what we shared with you on Monday, especially yesterday, did you find that to be very important? Did you find that to be good information that that you value? Or do you think it was a waste of your time and my time for me to do a short yesterday? Answer me and tell me, was it worth it? Or was it, not that impressive, what I shared with you yesterday? It's okay. I got time. I'll wait. Are they coming up now? Mm-hmm. What are they saying?
Amazing.
Okay, amazing is a good word. Okay, absolutely worth it. Yeah, needed, worth it. It was okay. All right. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good feeling to know that that you found value in it. Because what we shared with you on Monday and Tuesday yesterday should take you right up to the door of the monetary reform process, where we're at right now. So what we did last night when we were done, my intentions were to go into my form and premium, and I was going to talk to them about the exchange process. Ask me all the questions that you want, and I'll help you the best that I can. Of course, all in my opinion. But because of what we released last night, I felt that that was more valuable than to go over the exchange process. So I went into our forum last night, into premium, and it turns out that we came out with about 50 questions. That's what all these pages are. And what I want to do right now, tonight, I should say, is I want to read these questions to you because I found them to be rather astute, good questions, educational. I think we can learn from them. They're related to the information that we released on Monday night and Tuesday night. Now, when we're done with that, I'm going to read you probably about, 40, 50 questions with the answers. That should be a good chunk of information for you to help you to interpret what we shared with you on Monday and Tuesday night. So, and then the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to do again Q&A. But instead of me reading them to you, you're going to ask me questions on what? On the process of exchanging your Iraqi dinars. I will answer your questions tonight, in my opinion, and I pray that it'll be valuable information for you. So as you are listening to the answers to these questions, prepare your questions that you may want to ask me on the process of exchanging the Iraqi dinar. And finally, number 3, I didn't talk. The last thing I forgot to mention last night was 118. I gave you a lot last night. But the last thing I forgot to mention, because I was allowed to, was 118. Remember I said 1 to 1 is a neutral event? But 1 to 1,000 was what? 40% inflation? 1 to 1 is 20% inflation? Well, what is 1 to 118? So now that I've established the format for tonight, and what time is it? It's 7:05. I pray to be done at 8 o'clock. I don't want to go any further than that. It's, let's see, we got everything all set. This is set. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? Maybe I better put these glasses on. It's going to be a lot of reading. So here we go. Hi, Frank. I'm an old timer. Has the second article been released yet? Hence the 2-week time frame. I respond by saying everything that you are reading from Sudani and Alak right now in the articles and that we are sharing with you from Eddie's report is the second article that we have been waiting for. Next question. Does the 2-week period have any relation to the controlled or the controlled float? Let me read that again. I'm sorry, I butchered it. Does the 2-week period have any relation to controlled or the uncontrolled float? And I said, and by the way, if you weren't with us on Monday and Tuesday, these questions don't mean nothing to you, do they? I said, no relation to it at all yet. Next question. I'm sorry, but can you help me to understand the significance of there being one rate now, like you said tonight? I am so sorry because I feel like maybe I should know this answer. And I said, no worries. You see, the RV phase had multiple exchange rates that were studied using 2 sets of books. But now there is only one exchange rate that has been selected to be mathematically successful with the RI. Next question. Next question. Are banks here in the United States also doing webcam for our safety when doing the exchange? I answered, all banks have webcams. I don't know if they're being set up to watch you for the exchange, though. Next question. When are the Iraqi citizens' electronic cards going to be activated for them to use? I said, when they have the new exchange rate. Next question. Will the citizens get their HCL credits dating back 20 plus years, or will it be from some other date forward? I said, from some other date forward. It will be calculated on that. Next question. Have the electronic billboards made their debut yet? In other words, are they deployed as far as you know? My answer, and all of my answers are in my opinion, right? Okay. My answer, yes, but not with the picks that we seek. Next question. Are the board of directors in the CBI Iraq or are they Iranian? To which I said, good question, but I honestly don't know the ratio. Sudani is removing all evil, just like Trump today, which was yesterday, just like Trump today said that if he was elected, he will remove people from America that hate America. So yeah, Sudani is removing everybody that hates his monetary reform plan for the citizens of Iraq. Next question. When everything happens and the exchange rate has been announced, do we have to exchange everything that we have at once, or can we do it incrementally? My answer, that is a personal decision. You must decide on how much you want to hold and how much you want to fold, and when you want to hold and when you want to fold it. Next question. Are we waiting on the currency speculation law to be passed? No. But these laws that are now being passed, they will be used as needed by Sudani, because he's arresting everybody. If the rate is 1,000 to 1, does that mean if we have 25,000 dinars, will that be $25? Jan, walking stick, call them back. Take notes with you. If he wants to talk to me, let me know. I'm sorry, family. Walking stick is trying to get a hold of me, and that's rare, especially during a UB2B. Obviously, he's got something for me there. Anyways, as I was saying, if the rate is 1,000 to 1, does that mean if we have 25,000 dinars, that will be 25 American dollars? My answer, no. This is an RI. Their goal is to go back to 320 something. This is not a LOP. Next question. Have the sanctions by the United States been removed from Iraq? My answer, good question. In my opinion, 99.9% have been removed. 99.9% that stopped the monetary reform have been removed. And it was all pretty much updated to 99.9 after they came back from Washington, or from seeing U.S. Treasury in New York. Next question. Is Soudani still scheduled to come to the United States and meet with the president? You know what president they're talking about, Bozo. And my answer is LOL. Next question. I told you nobody would see Biden. Everybody said, oh, no, he's going to go see Biden. He's going to go over this. He's got an appointment. It's awesome. Oh, ye of little faith in what I tell you. So to ask me again, is Soudani still scheduled to come to the United States and meet with the president? LOL.
This is what he wants you to ask her this yesterday. And he didn't know you were on.
So I have to keep this to myself right now.
Yeah, he wants you just to talk to her.
With the IQD? Yeah, it has to be with the IQD he's asking about, right?
He told me exactly what I wrote.
Yeah, it has to be. And this was yesterday that he thinks it happened. That would be. But he didn't say if I have to keep this to myself?
He did, and I didn't ask him. He told me to tell you to call.
All right, I'll just take this.
Afterwards.
What, honey? What
You
bit?
can talk to her afterwards.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, honey.
You can call her after. Call her.
Yes, I'll call afterwards, yeah. I'll tell you later. So yeah, all right, focus. Is Soudani going to go see Bozo? And I said, just like I told you before, of course not. Next question. Is it a good idea? Jan, honey, would you mind helping me? Call I-Team and ask them. Tell them everything that's going on so that they know why you're calling, okay? Okay, babe? You mind?
No, I can't watch the chat.
Don't worry about it. Admins, watch the chat. Chink is walking away from it right now. Frank, is it a good idea to take pictures of my currency? It's part of my get ready process if you recommend it. I said, I recommended this back in 2008, and I have repeated it constantly. Take a picture of the front and back. Make sure that you get the serial number of the batch as well, batch numbers as well too. Frank, next question. A family member of mine wants to know if there is any other currency that we can convert dinars into other than the US dollar. My answer is, in America, American banks will convert it into American dollars. You can request a different currency, but that would be illogical in your gain. Next question. Just a thought, Frank. In your opinion, sir, is the rate being held back until Biden has been released from his position? To which I said, no, the monetary reform has nothing to do with stupidity. I really did say that. I did. That's a great answer. They want to know if Biden has anything to do with the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. I said, no, the monetary reform has nothing to do with stupidity. I like that. Next question. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, next question. In your opinion, do you think that we will have our own, do you think that we will have our money by the end of the month or by the end of the year? To which I said, NC. Actually, I said, NC, LOL. Nice try. Nice try. NC stands for no comment because you may hear it again. Next question. Frank, so if it is an RI, my understanding is that it will start at 3.5 plus inflation. Do you think it will float up from there as well? Example, should we wait before running to the banks? My answer, first of all, I don't see it coming out at 3.5 the way you're suggesting. Instead, look at your notes. I gave you what I thought it would come out at. I was going to mention it tonight, but I saved it for tomorrow, which is tonight. 118. Next question. Frank, I believe you taught us that the IMF allows only one currency to be used in a country if they are international. Can Iraq really go live before removing the full use of the USD? And my answer, they already did. And on January the 1st, it will be 100% live. Right now, the USD in Iraq is only used for three things. Next question. Is there something to watch for that will clue us when to fold them? My answer. Again, that is a personal decision. But in my opinion, watch Iraq's GDP. Next question. You're learning a lot tonight, aren't you? Next question. Okay. Is the Iraqi dinar reinstatement rate going to be higher than the Kuwait dinar rate? My answer, I have no idea. The rumors of that are old, and I don't think they actually have any grounds today. The float will determine that. Got anything?
Yes, I have to rewrite what.
Thank you, Jen. Did you ask if it's for us?
She said yes.
Really? I can have it? Send it to the teams. Is the war next question, is the war that's going on affecting the rate change? In your opinion, of course, Frank. My answer, only in the sense that oil prices are about to explode, which will help the Iraqi dinar float to move faster, which is related to the question about holding and folding. Understand? Next question. We have a nonprofit ministry. In your opinion, what bank is the best bank to use for a foundation when the blessing happens? My answer, again, that is a personal decision, but I will caution you, in my opinion, Biden has put the banks against you as an American citizen. Consider other options besides a bank. Yeah. Next question. How is 1-to-1 or 118 an RI when they were around $3? My answer, the goal is to reinstate it back to 322, but that won't work. Excuse me, but that won't work 20 years later, hence the need for a float. There's a lot of questions here. I'm hoping that this is really ironing out a lot of wrinkles and answering a lot of questions and helping you to realize, oh, that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, well, then just ignore me. Ignore me. Next question. Does the law, by the way, Tink, you're writing people that are doing the donations? I got another one. If you could help. Well, you'll go back and write it down. This one is Sunshine RV Travelers. But I'll mention them all at the end. Next question. Does the law against speculators and manipulators have to be in place before Iraq's RI can happen? No. Next question. Frank, in your opinion, is the CBI being pressed to bring out the new economic reform sooner than later to get control of the inflation issues that you mentioned? My answer, not really. Not right now. It's more to satisfy thousands that have given their signature, that have given their commitment to Sudani. Next question. What are the 3 things that the American dollar is still being used for in Iraq? My answer, government business, medical needs, and exchange office at the airport. Next question. Next question. Do you have any idea if Aki's Bank have offices in Mexico? My answer, I don't know. And it's not Aki's Bank per se, because anyone can open a bank in a country and deal with the CBI following international banking laws. When the blessing occurs, Mexico will tell you what banks are exchanging. Oh, I'm sorry. The question was, do you have any idea if Aki's banks have offices in Mexico? Ah, I see. And I said, I don't know. This is for you, Maria. Maria Antonieta Aradia Perez. Whew. Maria Antonieta Aradia Perez. Beautiful name. Francisco Vela Villa Pancho Conejo Primero. Well, those of you that speak Spanish, you got to be cracking up. So, yeah, I answered it by saying, I don't know. I don't know. But when the blessing occurs, Mexico will tell you what banks are exchanging. Next question. I'm not asking what the date is. Oh, really? I'm not asking what the date is, but I was wondering if Sudani or other person gave the citizens a date. My answer, the citizens do not have a date yet. Next question. Good day. Good day to you too, mate. Down under. Good day. Will you explain in a cookie shell what a person should do when the currency floats? And I said, well, mate, I already did. Study the GDP of Iraq. It's a good guide, isn't it? Next question. In your opinion, are the new small category notes the next thing that Iraqis need to move the reinstatement forward? My answer, no. The exchange rate, in my opinion, although it would be nice to have them both come out together. Next question. My understanding that there is approximately 100 trillion dinars in circulation and only 140 billion in oil reserves? How does that many dinars in circulation affect the RI? My answer, it doesn't. Their futures are astronomical. Investors know about the monetary reform plan and what is about to happen with it with Sudani and Iraq. Besides, they also know trillions will become millions. Oh, snap. That's right. Next question. Is the exchange rate outside of the country calculated at 3 times the SDR, or just pay attention to Forex? My answer. My answer. Good question. Actually, sir, both. Use one to guide the other and make a proper decision. Next question. Would it be beneficial to have a multi-currency account? My answer. You can't have that in American banks. Look at the CBI. They don't want any foreign bank in their country right now. You are an American. You should concentrate, in my opinion, on the USD or other assets compatible in value. Next question. Can we open an account in Iraqi bank and get the 7.5% rate on the savings, as you mentioned, that they're getting in Iraq, and it is FDIC insured? to which I said, 3 questions, and I offer you 3 no's as answers. Because this type of information will not be released until the blessing occurs. And in order to get 7.5%, I doubt that they will give you that in an American bank that represents a CBI. That is what's being offered at the banks in Iraq to bring them in. The monetary reform has not failed with the Iraqi citizens. Just to buy a house today in America, you're looking at 8%. That's insane. That's impossible to live in America. Next question. Frank, will the 2 weeks, when the CBI makes adjustments to the new exchange rate, do you feel that will be very apparent in the articles? Thanks. If I'm reading this correctly, in other words, they just want to know when the new exchange rate comes out, will it be very apparent in the article? My answer, it will be global massive news. The man in the moon will know about it and read about it. Next question. Does Iraqi and the banks have the date? My answer, no comment, NC. Next question. In your opinion, what is the next thing that we are looking for? My answer, I already said it. The exchange rate, or the exchange rate and the new small category notes together simultaneously. Next question. Did we pass the original date that Ali gave walking stick? I really want to answer that question because it would really help. But I have no choice but to answer that by saying NC, no comment. Next question. In contract law, is there an expiration date to a contract, or is that date determined by the 2 parties? Good question. Each contract is carefully constructed based on what both sides will offer and give, in my opinion. Sudani won every contract that he signed. Oh, last question. Does Parliament have to pass the stricter laws that Sudani talked about? And if so, how long do you think that will take? My answer is, Actually, I already answered that question. These laws that he is talking about, he will use them as he needs them. And no, it will not interfere with the timing of the monetary reform. Now, this is the report from my team.
Yes.
And it's mine, huh?
That's what she said.
All right. All righty, family. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, Claire, if you're on, Tink, it's up to you guys if you can help me. Read me. Well, I see one here. Kenneth, you're asking the question, is there an exchange fee advantage if we go to a CBI affiliated bank versus an American bank? The process of one currency to another, fees. You won't know until you go and talk to these banks. You may also want to pick up the phone and ask them and save yourself some time and gasoline and frustration. Each bank, well, I think that there will be a pretty much universal exchange fee, but be careful. In my opinion, 1, 2, no more than 3% is more than fair if a bank wants to charge you a fee. But personally, if a bank says to me, "Here, I got 10 million dinars here. All righty, sir, we're going to take from you 3% of that." Why? Well, we're going to exchange it into American dollars. I know you are. That's why I'm here, knucklehead. But you're going to take 3% of this away from me? What? Well, a service charge, that for the bank, that's how we make money. Dude, you don't want me to deposit the 10 million that I'm going to exchange in your bank? Oh, well, certainly. We have wealth management advisors that will guide you. We will help you with your investment opportunities. Oh, indeed, Mr. Hey, shut up. Excuse me. Shut up. You're going to charge me to deposit my money in your account so you can use it to make money. Are you serious? Well, yes, Mr. Frank, this is the normal policy. Bye-bye. Where are you going? You know how many banks there are in the United States of America? You know how many banks there are in the world? And that's when I say to you, family, that you are Mr. Clampin and they are Mr. Drysdale. You must act accordingly. Be strong. Be strong with the stewardship of this blessing that God has given to you. Do not be weak in it. Do not stand down. Next question, Tink.
A lady is going to travel to another city because her husband has to have medicals. Can she exchange in another city than where she lives?
Indeed, ma'am. Indeed, you have the option to exchange at any bank that follows international banking laws. You want to go to a big bank, right? A major bank. Where would you find something like that? What's the capital of Ohio, Tink? Columbus. So maybe I would go to Columbus and look at the state bank. That's the biggest one in the state of Ohio. Here in my city in Toledo, I've got a lot of banks. Shoot, what do we got? Huntington Bank, Fifth Third Bank. What is it? Chase Bank, Wells Fargo Bank. You think I'm going to go to a Wells Fargo to show my dinars and then go and run back out? Oh, and as I'm running out, it's a scam! Okay? Because I am Mr. Drysdale. No, I am Mr. Clampett. I'm sorry. And they are Mr. Drysdale. I have what they want. My dinars. Next question.
If you don't think the American banks are a good place to put your money, where should they put their money?
Now, be careful. I'm not saying that that's not a good place to put your money. It's the only place we can't put our money right now, American banks. But be careful. Like, for example, You know very well that FDIC is a joke. FDIC it's not for you. Oh, yes, it is, Frank. I'm insured, $250,000. Yeah. How much money you got did you transfer, exchange, I had $1 million dinar. You got $1 million in your account? Yeah, I do. FDIC only takes care of 250,000 of it? Yeah. I'm screwed. No, because what you're going to do is you're just going to buy outside insurance. Don't trust don't trust anybody. You are responsible for the stewardship of this money. You know very well that and if you don't know this, I'm going to tell you. FDIC is not for you as a customer for a bank. FDIC is for the bank to protect itself from you. If you look real carefully at the fine print of the FDIC, way down in the bottom, way down here, and really microscopic, what is it? It's a micro dot. Yeah, and you can read it. And it says, if the bank decides that they cannot pay you the $250,000, they don't have to. What? Now, you think that a bank is going to give you what was lost because it was stolen, because the bank burned down, because our dollar went to pot? Of course not. FDIC is a lie. Next question.
Will arresting Halabusi give us the green light for the RI?
No, Halabusi is just chump change. Malachi's chump. It's more the one. Well, I can't, Next question.
Do you think the Rial will elevate in value as Iraq's largest trading partner?
If they behave. But the Iranian Rial is it's sanctioned to begin with. So why do you even talk about it? It's not a currency that you can own as an American citizen right now. Next question.
They want to know where to insure their money outside of the bank.
With insurance companies. You have a house insurance, you have a car insurance, right? Next question.
That's it.
That's all the questions?
I haven't seen any other ones.
Really? Frank, please call Walking Stick so you can share. I have that information. I would love to go to BOE and, there's no more questions. Frank, are you saying not to use Wells Fargo? I'm saying I'm not going to, Tom. Do you understand how many times they made me look stupid? How many times they insulted me? Good God, I bought dinars from Wells Fargo, I don't know, back 2007, 2005, I can't remember. And then after 2008, 2009, you go to Wells Fargo and all of a sudden they say, oh, it's a scam. So I asked the manager, I said, it's a scam. Yeah. The dinar? Yeah. Can I talk to your legal department? Why? Because you sold me these dinars. I want to sue you. He's not here right now. And I looked at him. I said, yeah. Okay. And I've never gone into a Wells Fargo bank since then. I destroyed I paid off our Wells Fargo cards. I don't, that's your choice. Okay, here's another one. Vicky, Frank, what are some of the companies that, Tink already asked me that.
Should the money go into a trust?
Does the money go into a trust? Should it? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Should their money go into a trust when they exchange?
I don't know about your money, but I plan to use a trust. Yeah. I don't think a safe is good. And banks. Look, Obama passed the law, executive order. In other words, you had no idea it was behind your back. And then and then Biden, I hate saying his name, you know who, renewed it, the executive order, behind your backs. You know what it is? And I told you about it already. You realize our government can come to your door, knock on your door, come into your house, and if they feel that you have food that's extra, oh, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this, they can confiscate your food? Why? Oh, because other people need it. It's my food. No, we have an executive order, but from who? I didn't pay. Who passed? When? What? That's the way our government works right now. Just yesterday, a man from the January the 6th is serving 7 months because he did a meme. What do you call it? Meme? Meme. Because he did a meme. You can't express your opinion? Wow. And that's in the United States of America. And you ask me, do I trust banks? Next question. Can you demand they deposit into a no, you cannot demand that. No. Has Eddie popped the champagne yet? He's, hi, alert, Frank. Love the suit. This is the first time I've been here. Something I've been watching. Oh, well, greetings to you, Karina. Let's see. In your opinion, should we still expect the Vietnamese dong to at the same time as the IQD? It would be nice. I don't know. I don't see the Vietnamese dong going through the same revaluation, reinstatement process. I don't see the IMF saying that the dong is going to add value to its currency, like the way IMF said that the dinar, the CBI, is going to add value to the dinar. No, I don't see that. But it is, in my opinion, a hell of an investment for the future. You're going to gain a lot of money. What are you going to do with that money? Diversify it. Yeah, foreign currency is a good diversification. One of many. What's the next question?
From Galway Girl, will we be able to turn our dinars into gold or silver at the time of exchange?
No, a bank ain't going to do that for you. When you exchange it into American dollars, then you get a hold of an institution, 7K metals. Get a hold of someone that will help you with, buying gold or silver. Next question.
How much dinar do you need to demand the bank to come to your lawyer's office?
It's an interesting question, and I don't know. I have no idea. But it seems to me that if I was a manager of a bank and a lawyer calls me and someone says that, they want to bring 1 million dinars, which would be $1 million. Yeah. Do you want cream with that coffee? Next question.
I'm not asking that one. Is there any idea of what we might expect with the steps and or process at the bank to do our exchange? So what you were going to do yesterday, but you didn't.
Yeah, no, that would be a long process. And here's what I want to do to answer your question. My intentions are to do a UB2B, not on Monday or Wednesdays, because those days are important in sharing what we, what we share with you, our study, but a 30-minute UB2B. Where I will put the laptop right in front of the camera, and I will show you step by step everything you need to know to navigate through ktfalways.com. I would do a UB2B where I'll do a little skit for 30 minutes on me exchanging at a bank, and you'll pick up some ideas that way. Okay. Next question. What time is it, by the way?
7:43.
Let's stop at 8. Next question.
Can you still buy dinar?
Yes, my name is FRANK26. I go by that name on the internet, and my phone number is 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. Yeah, I am a representative. I'm a registered agent with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. It's my job to acquire all the information, to do all the pencil work, all the legwork, and then I send you to your email the instructions on how you pay for that order, which you will be sending the money to the broker. He has the license, not me. You send it to the broker. And then you have 48 hours to send that money, because if you don't postmark it, that's all. Just put it in the mail. As long as it's postmarked within the first 48 hours, you're guaranteed to get your product. But if you send it on the 3rd, 4th, 5th day to something like that, playing games with us, we have the prerogative not to send you the product. So if you need dinars, sure. Dinars and dongs, those are the only two. But one more thing. when you call me, you can't ask me questions like this. I can't even give you my opinion on a speculative investment when you call me. You got that? On my YouTube, on the phone, in my forum. Those are public venues, and I can express my opinion. Now, I know that opinion is being destroyed in the United States of America, but not for long. Next question, Ting.
How long do we need to hold the money in the bank before we move it to another wealth mint company? I have one that will invest in metals as well.
The next day, the next sec, once they tell you your money is deposited in our account now, that's your money. You do whatever you want with it. You can leave it there. You can move it, whatever. Okay. Next question.
Will the banks reach out to you for your business?
No, that would be dangerous on the bank's behalf, and I don't want to go into why. Next question.
Is number 2 still at his Southern bank?
Yes, number 2 had to go back. You know what? Number 2 likes to watch the Detroit Lions because I like them, I guess. But there's a reason why he likes watching them. But anyways, yeah. Aki went back to his bank, and he's just got to wait until the next orders come in. Hey, soldiers, ain't that a bite in the shorts? What are we waiting for? Orders. All right. Next question.
Is there a limit of dinar we can order through you?
No, there's no limit of dinar that you can order through us. We have a source through the Jordan Bank, which is, I think it's untappable. Next question.
When using a trust, does your money go into a bank?
Ooh, I don't know. That's why I brought you Bill Johnson. In fact, next Monday, remind me to do the commercials again. People have forgotten already. Yeah, you need to get a hold of Bill Johnson, okay? And you can find his phone number. You can call me and I can give it to you. You can find it on all of our banners that we have, okay? Next question.
They're asking a specific bank if it's any good.
No, I'm not going to be specific. Next one.
How long do you believe we'll be able to hold the dinar after the RI? Is it good to keep a little in case the float continues?
Those are personal questions. Those are personal questions. You have to determine how long you're going to hold on to it as you watch the float. If it gets to $1 and $1.50, hey, I'm going to exchange. It gets to $2, I'm going to exchange. It gets to $3, I'm going to exchange. Whatever it gets to, that's your decision. You have to make that decision. I can't help you. I'm sorry. All I told you, in my opinion, if to judge that is to follow or to use the GDP as a gauge. Next question.
Could this RI be put on hold with what's happening today?
No. What we see, no. It's marching forward. Things are happening. Things are happening. Next question.
Who else will exchange a dinar besides the bank?
There are others, but you don't want to go to other places because there's sub-banks. Like, for example, a credit union, but I don't think they have enough. That depends on their membership. If they have enough assets to back it up to be able to give you $1 million, I don't think so. You can go to a kiosk at an airport. But they're going to charge you up the rear end, man. They're going to charge you a lot. So yeah, no, there's many places, but be careful. Be careful. Next question.
How long do you believe we have to hold the dinar afterwards? Oh no, that's the same.
Yeah, it's the same question. Yeah, I think we're headed down the home stretch.
Will there be a limit on how much time before we will not be able to exchange?
Hold on a second. Mary is saying military bases, casinos. Yeah, but they're also going to charge you up the yang, so be careful. Next question. What was it, Ben?
Hold on, I gotta go back. How much will there be a limit of how much time before we will not be able to exchange?
Good question. I mean, look at the American dollar. We have 3 0 notes in our circulation. There's the 1,000, there's the 5,000, there's the 10,000 note. The thing is, though, nobody uses them. Not even our banking structure uses them anymore. It's all digital, electronic, I should say. Yeah. So the United States of America, after our Industrial Revolution in the 1950s, our economy exploded. So we didn't need those 3-0 notes anymore. Instead, we started using small category notes. The 1, they came out with a 2, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, and a penny, the 100. That's all we use. Heck, that's all we use. But those other 3-0 notes, they're still in circulation. They're still legal and tender. But I wouldn't use them. They're like collector items. They're worth a lot more than the face value. All right, how about just 2 more questions, Tank?
I heard when we switch to go to the quantum financial system, we'll not have to worry about money in our account.
Well, because it'll be digital. Is that what you mean? You're talking about fiat, actually holding money in your hands and coins and all that? Yeah, well, that's the direction that the world is going in. That's the direction that the Revelation teaches about. And that's the direction that that a lot of bad countries want to go in. Because you see, if they can do that, then that means they control your money. And look what Biden did with American banks. Let me know if they spend more than $600. None of your damn business. But it's a communist America under the leadership of this Homo sapien called Biden. All right, next question.
I think
That's it?
Will
Okay.
you still post the banks? Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're going to post the banks up. Well, family, that was a lot. Now, I see 1,400 on. You all have been very polite. And I did not see except one person that wanted to know about the information that we got here. It just came in from Walking Stick, and we called the rest of our teams just to verify. So I'll leave you with that, because it is good. It is good, but it's also a common practice. So we can get excited about it, I suppose. It's good. It's another log we're throwing on the fire. It's just going to get a nice, a lot warmer for the monetary reform. It is our, in my opinion, in our opinion, I will share with you that we believe that Sunday, Jen?
That's
Agreed upon on. Yeah, this was agreed upon on Sunday, but it was done yesterday. The CBI swapped the Iraqi dinar currency with 12 different countries. Like I said, countries do this all the time, but to see it being done right now, it's obviously for a precursor of the monetary reform. It's obviously part of the monetary reform process. And Iraq is also putting other currencies in their reserves as well. But they're putting them in the reserves, and they will not interfere with their national currency, because Iraq's currency will be the strongest in the world. And you gave me notes from Walking Stick, right? Did you give me notes back?
well, I just rewrote.
Oh, you just rewrote everything. Okay.
That was the question.
That's good. All righty. So, oh, yeah, interesting, isn't it? I mean, think about that. Why would the CBI be doing that? Hey, Russia. Duh. Are you guys ready? Duh. You signed a whole lot of contracts. I mean, you know what, Russia? I think you signed the most contracts of all nations with Iraq. Duh. So you guys are ready? Yeah, we're ready to do business with you guys. Well, then let's do a currency swap. You're going to trust my currency, right? You're going to trust our exchange rate, right? I mean, if it was a program rate, do you think that 12 countries would swap their currency for the Iraqi dinar? Of course not. That's like trading in a Mercedes-Benz for a Volkswagen. Of course not. They're both German, but of course not. So anyways, I see what you're putting up there. Very informative information as always. Oh, Mark, I'm so happy that you're happy because this last little piece has a lot more information. So let's see. We will be together again Monday, and we're going to talk about what I didn't finish last night. Although I did, cover a little bit in premium in our forum, and I did mention it tonight at the beginning. I don't mind talking about 118 because I talked to you last night about 1-to-1, 20% inflation. 1,000 to 1, 40% inflation. Why do we even bring up 1,000 to 1? Because we told you that in our opinion, that would be the next exchange rates that we're looking for. Remember, 1,000 to 1. 40%, 1-to-1, 20%. So when I gave you that other one, it's because we studied it well, and I'd like to talk to you about it. But for now, I say good night. You have had some powerful information in the last 72 hours. Not so much maybe today, but Monday and Tuesday. I encourage you, go back and listen. Fast forward if you don't want to listen to any of the advertising or anything that I say. Fast forward, get to the core of it all. Anyways, I'm very proud of you with your questions, family. Thank you kindly. Very astute, very good questions. They were not insulting. They're not the usual typical ones, So when is it going to happen? They were constructive. There was thought behind your questions, and that's what I liked a lot. Anyways, I can't think of anything else except to say thank you to those of you that helped us. Wow, Tink, I didn't really. Thank you. Walter, Charles Wells, Duke, Sunshine RV, Brad, Honeybee, Rod Machida, Bacchus, Donald T. Trump? No, it's just a Trump. Donald T. Okay, yo, bro. And are these new Club 26 members?
Yep. Before we even started the video, they joined.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for your support. Welcome, James Buchanan. James Buchanan. Welcome, John. Is that a D or a P, Jen? A D?
John Peduto.
Oh, Peduto. Thank you, John Peduto. Welcome, Bill Sterling. And welcome, Gail Yarborough. Oh, bless you. Thank you kindly for joining Club 26. And thank you all of you that helped us with the financial contributions. We're getting closer and closer for walking sticks medication, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Every 2 weeks, you all come through, and I'm very grateful, and he's very grateful. Well, family, I leave you in peace. Like I said, you have a lot to think about and study. Check out Monday and Tuesday. Tonight was pretty much a review, but then again, we also hit you with some information at the end that we didn't know about, and we'll talk about it again on Monday. God bless you. Support each other, love each other, pray for each other, visit each other, call each other. And if you need me for anything, you want to yell at me? You want to pray? Do you need a friend to cry with? Do you need a friend to laugh with? I'll leave you with a joke. That way you can laugh, okay? How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? Here's the answer. Karina says 8. No, that's how many legs they have. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? What do you see? What am I doing? What am I holding up? What do you see? What do you see? There it is. He got it. Karen got it. Tentacles. Tentacles. My favorite is, what's Tinkerbell's sister's name? What's Tinkerbell's sister's name? Taco Bell. I love you. God bless you. And if you need me, my phone number is 419-283-2552. Y'all take care of each other. God bless. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Everybody's in a hurry.
How many thumbs up did you get?
How many thumbs up I get? I normally don't do it on Wednesdays, but let me see. Thumbs up. I don't see it, right? Oh, 5,643.
Well,
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
I'm going to turn this off and see if it makes any difference in there.
Ooh, spooky.
Is that less
It's
fuzzy?
spooky. It's
But is
spooky.
it less fuzzy?
It-
Is it the light that's causing
Yeah.
it?
No, it's still fuzzy.
What's fuzzy over there?
It's still
Or is it
fuzzy.
hot?
It's still fuzzy. I still look bad. Yeah. Look at this is what I look like.
Well, it looks like a little piggy. Let's see.
Piggy?
So,
You wouldn't happen by any chance to have a piggy cookie, would you? It's possible, right?
this is a
I got 1,000, almost 1,000. What's that?
pink piggy.
It is a piggy. What are the odds? How did you find a pink piggy? Oh, the animal crackers, huh? Wow, pretty cool. Can I have this? Is it my reward? What's that?
That's a baby pink piggy.
Oh, this is a baby piggy.
Yeah, it's a little bitty one.
Oh,
There's an even little one, 'cause you like
Another
things in
one?
threes.
I like things in threes. That's right. So there. I hope you appreciate it. I just gave you the date and the rate. Bye-bye. Go ahead, baby. How do I turn this off?
Where your picture is over there, does it say end? I'm gonna shut it off.
I don't know what to push.